Hello, I'm Rebecca, an intuitive, and this is Masterful Chats. Masterful Chats are short, clear, concise, clarifying conversations designed to uplift, empower, inspire, and support you as you move forward along your spiritual path and in your life's journey. And today's chat is about the dark night of the soul. What is its purpose and what is its promise? But first, I'd like to say hello and welcome back to all of my wonderful subscribers. And hello and welcome to those of you who are viewing me for the very first time. So now, let's chat about the dark night of the soul, its purpose and its promise. Many of us, myself included, have been through the dark night of the soul. And what specifically does that term mean? Well, for me, it means that there is a collapse in the belief systems that one has. And those belief systems may center around an ideology, a person, a financial level that one has attained, health. It can be a health situation as well. Anything that dismantles that individual's previous worldview that quite often is held in a rigid form by the ego and by the mind. I know from my personal experience over a period of years, I lost my health. I was almost in a wheelchair. I suffered devastating financial losses. I know personally what it took to get my attention in my dark night of the soul. And it involved huge physical, financial, personal events. The purpose of the dark night of the soul is a challenge to the worldview or the personal convictions held by an individual that comprise their reality but have been completely destroyed, wiped away, taken away for whatever reason. They are gone. And at times, as it was in my case, it was 3 of those things that occurred to me. And everything that I had envisioned for my life, everything that I had felt really to be true on an egoic level, was gone. And with the exception of a few friends and some grace through other individuals, I managed to literally claw my way out of the abyss. So I have been there and done this. And I'm sure many of you have as well. And those of us who are on a tremendous journey, not only to heal ourselves, but to heal our families, and to heal our ancestral lines, have tremendous challenges that we need to overcome. And there is nothing that occurs in your life that is not contained in your blueprint for this lifetime. We still have free will as to how we get to those points. And I know that this may seem very controversial, but the soul does lay out those people and those situations which are meant to come to us to help us grow, to help us move beyond our egoic mind and our limiting beliefs and the structures that literally bind us to a state of less than. And I understand that that may be difficult to hear. Many of the structures that are currently being demolished in front of our very eyes these days, the intent was to control. People were told what to think, how to be, whether that was by religious organizations or in schools or in the family. The dark night of the soul can be triggered by one situation that occurs for an individual, or it can be multiple. Whether it's the death of someone that is truly loved, that completely alters our life. Whether it's a financial occurrence, where maybe we had lots of money and then we lose everything. Whether it's a divorce or a separation that completely upends us. Whether it is an illness that takes away our physical health. Whether it is something that occurs within an organization where we were totally aligned with it and believed in it and followed all the protocols, only to find out that for us it may be diametrically opposed to really how we feel internally with our ethics and our values. Or we can find that that organization has been less than honest. And we may have wrapped our whole worldview around the teachings of that organization. So it can be a multitude of things that bring forth the dark night of the soul. And the dark night of the soul can be filled with depression and anxiety and isolation and fear, a lack of worthiness, not really knowing where to turn or what to do. And it's meant to stop us individually, to have us do this reevaluation, to go internally, to figure out what aligns with our truth, what we as an individual truly believe, to see and to acknowledge what is really important to us. It can be long or it can be short. It just depends. And there are no specific roadmaps. It's all so individual. But I think it does help if we individually believe on some level that there is a reason and a purpose for things that happen in our lives. And that we aren't victims, that we are beloved children of the Creator, and that each one of us has the ability to reach out and to reach up and to change. Each one of us is being empowered to acknowledge our sovereignty. We may be tested financially with relationships, with organizations that we belong to or that we were raised with. But it's all about becoming a sovereign being and determining what is important to you, what is of value to you, and then lastly, how you're going to meld that into your life. And some things can be very clear, very quickly, very easily, and other things take time. But it does require a trust in the process. And quite often, that process involves a lot of grief, which may involve anger and bargaining and denial and all those things. Because truly we've lost the person that was. And we have to create the new person to move forward. And it can be a time of shedding people that we have loved, losing relationships that have been our world, not having the resources that we once had, facing a huge medical system that is challenging, duplicitous, and expensive. Losing associations, losing groups. It can be heartbreaking. And that is hard. That is a challenge. But like the phoenix, we are meant to rise from the ashes. We are meant to be our biggest and best selves. And so words of encouragement I would offer to you are, do not compare yourself to anyone else. You are unique and you are beautiful. And there is no one on this planet that is exactly like you. Reach out for help if you're going through a dark night of the soul, to people who can uplift, help you process to get on the other side of it. Get out in nature. View the beauty. Know that you are a part of it all and that you are important. You will get to the other side of this. One present moment moving forward to the next present moment at a time. And if you can feel those feelings and grieve what has changed, the parts of you that have changed, that have died, that you feel like you've lost, or the people and resources and situations, then do it. Ask for physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual help. Ask your guides and angels for help. You're never alone, even when you go in the closet and shut the door and cry. Your birth angels are all around you as well as others. And trust in yourself. Know that you're worth everything that you're going through to get to the other side, and that you are loved. Do the things that bring you joy and love and laughter. There are very few individuals on the planet on a spiritual path that have not gone through a dark night of the soul. And yes, it's challenging and it can be heartbreaking and downright tough. But I believe in you. If you are going through one, or if you know someone who is going through one at this time, I believe that you're going to make it to the other side. So take care of yourself and know that you are worth it. Thank you for being with me today for this Masterful chat. I truly appreciate you. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell. And wherever you're at in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Until we chat again, blessings.